Do you know that weakness is the most dangerous state in human existence? Yet we've built a society that cultivates it. From childhood, we're taught vulnerability is virtuous, aggression is unacceptable, and compliance is rewarded. Schools punish assertiveness as disruption. Workplaces promote docile teamwork over ruthless competence, and social media celebrates victimhood as identity. But what if this cultural glorification of weakness isn't progressive, but predatory? To understand this epidemic, we must examine weakness through Sun Tzu's unforgiving lens. The ancient strategist didn't see weakness as misfortune, but as an invitation. The weak are meat isn't philosophy, it's observable law. Just as lions target the limping gazelle, human systems instinctively prey on hesitation, self-doubt, and the need for approval. Carl Jung's shadow theory reveals why we deny this truth. Our repressed aggression, what Jung called the shadow, manifests as self-sabotage when ignored. The executive is too afraid to demand raises, the artist who won't defend their vision. These aren't virtues of humility, they're strategic failures. As Jung warned, what you resist not only persists but will grow in size. Modern philosophy conspires in this deception. Nietzsche's slave morality perfectly describes today is culture, where the weak moralize their disadvantage into virtue. Be kind replaces be competent. Check your privilege overrides build your power. This inversion serves systems that profit from docility. Universities selling safe spaces, corporations monetizing insecurity, governments demanding passive compliance. Yet Sun Tzu's contemporary, Confucius, offered the antidote. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. Our crisis stems from confusing marketable vulnerability with true strength. The self-care industry, $20 billion annually, thrives on this confusion, pathologizing normal ambition as toxic, medicating natural aggression into submission. Gabor Mate's research on addiction reveals the cost. Suppressed assertiveness doesn't disappear, it metastasizes. The employee swallowing rage develops stress disorders. The people-pleaser becomes the passive-aggressive saboteur. As Mate proves, unexpressed power turns against the self. That's the physiology of oppression. But here's the psychological twist. Your hatred of predators often mirrors your disowned power. That rage at the ruthless CEO, it's your repressed ambition, the contempt for assertive women, your stifled voice. This projection, what Jung called the shadow's revenge, keeps you both weak and self-righteous about it. The data confirms Sun Tzu's brutal wisdom. The Harvard Business Review exposes the epidemic. 83% of workers avoid conflict even when right. The Journal of Personality delivers the verdict. Nice employees earn 18% less. And the APA diagnoses the cost. 68% of people-pleasers meet depression criteria. This isn't inequality, it's predation. Sun Tzu's weak are meat isn't philosophy. It's your performance review, your dating life, your bank statement, your therapist's invoice. The systems aren't broken, they're perfectly designed to harvest the weak. And until you see the battlefield, you'll keep being dinner. The solution isn't becoming the predator, but recognizing the game. As Sun Tzu commanded, know yourself, know your enemy. Your weakness isn't moral failure, it's tactical ignorance. And that's what we'll dismantle next. How the modern world farms vulnerability, and how to weaponize awareness into unshakable power. The weak are meat. You were born onto a battlefield you don't see. The weapons aren't swords, they're LinkedIn posts, corporate mission statements, self-care mantras. The casualties? Your salary, your boundaries, your untapped potential. 2,500 years ago, Sun Tzu wrote history's most dangerous truth. The weak are meat, the strong eat. This isn't philosophy, it's law. And right now you're on the menu. We've been lied to. Told aggression is toxic. Told strategy is manipulation. Told the game doesn't exist. But open your eyes. The corporate ladder? A gladiator pit. Social media? It's a dopamine slaughterhouse. And your anger? The weapon they sharpened against you. Sun Tzu's The Art of War isn't about battle. It is about power. And its first law? Apparent weakness. The psychology of prey. Carl Jung exposed the fatal flaw in our defenses. What you repress doesn't disappear, it turns predator. That gnawing anxiety, your strangled assertiveness rotting in captivity, those tension headaches, your rage metastasizes into pain. This isn't pathology, it's your shadow army deserting the enemy. The slave morality trap. Nietzsche's warning curdles in modern air. Morality is the weapon of those who lack strength. Now watch as corporations wield wokeness like a blunted sword. Amazon's leadership principles are Sun Tzu's empty fort strategy repackaged. The vulnerability they sell, a kill box draped in rainbows. The addiction economy. Gabor Mate's research confirms the harvest. Unexpressed power doesn't vanish, it putrefies. Instagram's endless scroll, a divide and conquer war zone where every influencer's self-care post is Sun Tzu's feigned retreat. That detox tea they hawk, the spoils of your surrendered sovereignty. Let's name the slaughterhouse. 1. The corporate hunting ground. Your performance review. Sun Tzu's killing with borrowed knives, making co-workers compete for scraps. That promotion path, a false flag to hide wage slavery. 2. Dating's meat market. Modern romance is the stratagem of the beautiful woman. Swiping apps engineer desperation. Your loneliness, their revenue model. 3. Spiritual butchery. The wellness industry sells band-aids for bullet wounds. Meditate your rage away is just Sun Tzu's tiring the enemy, exhausting your resistance with faux solutions. Sun Tzu's ultimate lesson wasn't cruelty, it was choice. First strategy is to win without fighting. Negotiate like a general. He who chases two rabbits catches neither. Demand remote work not as request, as ultimatum. The second strategy is to weaponize apparent weakness. Play the fool. Let rivals underestimate you. Then, kill the chicken to scare the monkey. The final strategy is to become the Ronin. Loyalty to corrupt systems is suicide. Sometimes you must burn the bridge and salt the earth behind you. Here's what they never told you about Sun Tzu. The greatest generals hated war. True power isn't predation, it's protection. The samurai masters the sword to sheath it. The CEO builds empires to uplift. And you wake up, not to exploit, but to lead the hunted out of the slaughterhouse. You've seen the game. Now, will you be the meat or the knife?